Hey, well, I just had a successful hunt. Hey guys, well, harvest is over. What do we possibly do with our time? I'm thinking, see this right here? This is all of our wheat samples from 2020 harvest. And I need to check proteins on this stuff, because protein is really important when you go to market your grain, because you get basically deducted for low protein. So if you don't meet certain grades of protein, you get discounted a certain amount of money, and it can be really significant. And so we need to know what we're sitting on and what kind of protein that our crops produce this year. We have some control over it, not 100%. Fertilizer is a big reason for good protein. Dry years can help. Really high yield years can not help. But if I find out what kind of protein we've got there, then we can start figuring out how to market this grain and maximize our profits. Okay, I just got back. Samples actually pretty good. Overall, I'd say the average protein's 14. Lowest was 12.6, highest was 17.6, and the majority are right on that 14, 14 and a half. That's good protein, because 14 is basically the base for the high end of protein. So that's what we want. It's good stuff. Now to go add all that up, get the bushels figured out, and figure out how to start marketing this grain.
It's demo day. I got to use that skid steer and a little attachment I picked up, a wonderful jackhammer. Got to grease the skid steer. Let's go over and let's start chiseling away on concrete, because it's going to take all the weekend. I've got that thing for the weekend. So let's go. Now, I'm not taking all the wall out. I'm only chiseling off maybe 2 or 3 feet. Well, actually more like 3 feet, and then just pushing it in the hole and burying the rest of it, because this area is never ever going to have anything built on it, because you have bins all on that side and you have bins on this side. So I'm not worried at all. I'm just going to try to get as much as we can, at least have a foot underneath the surface of the concrete or more. So when you put dirt on top, then you can drive across it and you don't have to worry about running into rebar and so forth. But doesn't that look nice already? I mean, it's just having this removed, the eyesore, and it's a place to put junk. We don't need to put more junk on that, because we got a pile of scrap iron and stuff over there. But you know what I did realize? I'm using all John Deere. That front end loader is a John Deere. It's an 844 John Deere. That skid steer, 270. And then of course the old 2010 backhoe.
Well, I'm standing in a place where you guys don't get to see very often. This is between our two buildings, and like most places that are kind of hidden from sight, stuff gets piled there because it's hidden from sight. We've got some of the old sprayer parts when we built Big Brute, some ramps from our drop deck, a bunch of tires from combines, and a, well, car hood with a seat on it. I think you guys get the idea what that's for. Anyways, so tires, there's these two. And these are the 6643 25s off the Series 1 Big Bud. and they're shot. Been on there a long time. Tread on them's okay, but the tire itself is shot. Got 2 of them, and they need scrapped. But the playset does not have the tire yet, a big tractor tire for them to play in. So I've got an idea on how to make a cool tower and implement it in that playset for those guys. So I need these tires. Let's investigate. Okay, well, now I got it here. See the old tube still inside of it. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut the bottom off this. So somewhere here, take our demo saw, I'm gonna try. It gets really smoky, I don't have a really good blade. Our Sawzall is not here at the moment, so we're missing one of those, so I can't use that. I've heard a skill saw works good, but I don't really have a good one I don't wanna use. So I think the demo saw will be best. We could try that. But I'm gonna cut the whole bottom of this bead off. That'll be on the ground. And then I'm gonna cut a little doghouse kind of door in the side for the kids to climb in. And then I'm gonna get the other one, I'm gonna stack it on top of this one, do the same thing, put a little plexiglass lid on the top so they can't get on the very top, and then have this thing climb across the rest of their play set. So let's try it. That's gonna work nice. It's like I'm carving pumpkins and it's not even Halloween yet. That jigsaw actually worked pretty good. I'm surprised. A couple of hiccups, the blade bent a couple times, but I got it fixed. My cut here is absolutely 100% perfect circle. Don't judge. Don't need this in here. This is the old tube. There we go. I think it's got a hole in it. Okay. All right, so that's half the battle. Now, here's the problem I'm running into. I got to mix up some gas for that demo saw and possibly change the blade on it and see if it works, right? Because I got to cut into the lugs now, and this is going to be a tough part because that's a lot more rubber to cut because I want to cut a big opening. We'll get to that, but I think I might call it quits for tonight because I got to go eat and I got to rent tomorrow. Probably get a different blade for that thing. But we're making progress. We'll see if we get to this soon or later. Pretty sweet though, right? He's done quite a bit here. Wow. The concrete used to come out like almost past the pickup. Well, I'm gonna help clean up all this junk that's on here. Those barrels and fences and all kinds of stuff. Toss them on the pickup, and I really don't know where I'll take them all. A lot of it's scrap metal, so I guess maybe the scrap pile. Some bricks over there too, I'll find a place for it, but clean that up so that way he can keep hammering his way through this thing. Let's help the guy out. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and get the dump truck, bring that over. That way I can just dump this right into it because we've got a pile of wood from when we had those bins built, all the crates and boxes and stuff. Needs to go too. So we'll get the truck over here, the old International, load her up, I'll haul it to the dump, and then there's some more garbage here to move. Well, that's the majority of the junk. A couple barrels of oil left, but we'll get to that. Wind is picking up. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm gonna grab tobacco. I'm gonna tag team him with that. See if both of us working together, me with the bucket raking at it, and see if his chisel or jackhammer, if we can speed this process up. But it's all good. We're making good progress, and hopefully we'll get it done today because that jackhammer is due to be returned tomorrow. All right, let's go. progress. It's slow. There's a lot of concrete there. But I can tell the amount of iron they have holding that concrete together is unreal. Wow. Update on the tire kid thing. Well, until I got my hands on our Sawzall, which I think is the lake house, I don't know if I can continue with this project. Because to cut the tread is gonna need a little bit heavier than that little jigsaw that I had. So we'll get back to that soon.
Making progress. It's looking better, just got to clean up all this stuff, keep chiseling away at these big concrete slabs. Anyways, if you liked what you saw and you would like to support us and help us out, click that little like and subscribe button somewhere yonder in the corner. It's probably somewhere there. Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching. And if you would like to have some Welker swag, like shirts and hats and so forth, there's a store somewhere, the link, click on it, go over and purchase what you want if you'd like to. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. God bless.
Hey, well, I just had a successful hunt. That's one thing that I don't really show a whole lot on Welker Farms, but it's been a part of our family since, well, I think my great-grandpa hunted. I know my grandpa sure did. My dad did. I do. My brother does. Harvesting animals every year has been a thing that's been a part of our family for a long time, and typically we do it on our own land, which is pretty awesome. We use the meat to feed our families in the winter. It's definitely an enjoyable experience to get out, get close to animals, and seal the deal. So pronghorn season just opened up this morning, and I managed to fill my tag this morning, so praise the Lord. It was a good deal. I ranged him in at about 450 yards and slight crosswind, took the shot, a little lower than I wanted. He ran a little ways, and then I was able to get a following shot and finished it, so good. Now I'm gonna take this animal back and process it, but antelope season, they're weird animals. Antelope are weird animals. They are oddball animals, but they are really cool too. So anyways, there you go. You guys saw a little snippet of one thing we do here on Welker Farms that we don't show very often because it can be controversial. Shouldn't be, because humans have been harvesting animals forever to feed ourselves, and this is just part of life. And it's definitely it's something I want to raise my kids to be able to do too, and their kids. I think it's a great thing to learn. There's a lot of skill involved, and it's good stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna go hit the road, clean this antelope up, get the meat processed, get it in the freezer. Good stuff.